Well, I wasn't sure whether to ask you this or not, but I figured the worst you can say is you don't want to talk about it. There's a clip on YouTube of you and an independent wrestler named Hannibal, and you get into a backstage fight. I'm sure you know Hannibal got himself in a little bit of trouble right now. But what was that a real fight? Was it not a real fight?
Wait,
Do you
wait
want
a
to talk
minute,
about
wait a
it?
minute. What trouble is he in?
Oh, you didn't read? Oh, it's on the internet. I don't know all the facts. I read that he got arrested in August for assaulting a woman. Allegedly, excuse me, allegedly assaulted a woman. Doesn't say who it was. It just says allegedly assaulted a woman. He was released to the custody of his parents. I don't know if that's a Canadian thing or what, because I've never heard of something like that. And he stands trial in October. That's the only facts that I know.
Wow, I had no idea. But I'm in Ecuador. I'm trying to cram as much living into the rest of my life as I can. And I belong to the religion of not holding a grudge, because that's what's going to make you mean and ugly and angry. And, it's just, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Um, I don't know what happened. If he did something bad, he should be punished. But I believe in due process. In other words, if he's got something to say, let him go to court and say it. If he's innocent, if he's guilty, that remains to be seen. But I don't want to dodge the question you asked me. He let's see. He was wrestling with me, okay, and then he wanted after the match to have a shoot between the two of us, which means real, okay, and I wasn't crazy about the idea, and it wasn't going to be a shoot. It was going to be a work shoot. In other words, it was going to look real, and he told me not to tell anybody. Well, at the time, Jeff Doherty was there, a very dear friend of mine, and I didn't want him to be upset by what was going on. So I told him that we're going to do something in the locker room. Okay. And the other former star that was there was Honky Tonk Man. I told him what was going to happen because out of respect, I didn't want him, just in case he thought it was real, I didn't want him to pull us apart. So I went in there angry because the match was stiff, which it was, and then I think he wanted me to hit him as hard as he could in the face, as hard as I could in the face. And I didn't want to do that because I throw a very good punch anyway. And I don't have to hit you in order to make it look real. So I said, no, I'll just slap you several times, left, right, whatever, paintbrush him. And even when I did that, I didn't use the heel of the hand, and I didn't do it on the eardrum or the mandible or the maxilla. I did it with these phalanges and did it in the front part of his face. Okay. I know I'm sounding like the genius, but the jawbone connected to the ankle bone, whatever. So anyway, so I slapped him once, twice, three times, whatever it was, in realistic slaps, but not dangerous. And then he said he was going to leg dive me and hook my arm and pin me. And what happened was, he leg dived me and he hooked my arm and he had me covered, but I couldn't breathe because he weighs 275 pounds. He's very strong. He had all his weight on my sternum.
Wow.
And, he knows how to grapple. I mean, don't take that away from him, okay? I mean, you may not like him. A lot of people don't. He got me and I tried to get out. And then I couldn't because it was like a man against a boy, really. I was on my back. He had me all hooked up and I couldn't breathe. And I think to myself, why don't I just relax my body, not try to get out because I can't. And that way I save oxygen, okay? And then in the meantime, I'm doing this on his arm, see? That's called the offense. That means let go. But he ignored that. I went, boop, 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 boop. And I couldn't say let go because I couldn't breathe and I couldn't speak. Do you understand the pressure I was in? I thought,
I do.
and if he didn't let me go, I was going to die because I happen to know that you need oxygen. Okay, not
You
just,
don't have to be the genius to know that.
oh, and not just on weekends. You need it all the time. Okay, you need O2 in and CO2 out. So what I'm trying to tell you is, he almost killed me. And I'm not. Listen, it's not because I'm an old man. If I was as young as him, I would have still been in the same hold. And if I would have tried to stop him from getting that hold, he would have gotten it anyway. So I'm not trying to tell you that I can beat him in a shoot. I'm absolutely sure I can't. Okay. So he got me down, boom, boom, boom. Finally, he let me go, and took me a while to get my breath. And then I went right back to yelling at him, and then, so that's about what happened, but that's not the reason I dislike him. Okay. Can I tell you why?
Please.
I was wrestling. Well, actually, I went to the gym, and this guy says, "Hey, you're on YouTube naked in the shower." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Well, send me the link." And I gave the guy the blah, blah, blah text thing. He sends me the link, and guess what? I'm naked in the shower.
What?
Okay. Now, fortunately, it was just my butt. Okay. It was just the backside of me, and it was only for about 5-6 seconds. But I see that Jeremy Prophet starts up by saying, "Hey, we got some really fun. You're going to see the genius naked." He's laughing at me.
That's got to be against the law.
Oh yeah, and then they shoot it was just my butt, which everybody's butt looks about the same, and nothing in the frontal nudity. Okay, and then so I'll tell you what, I was Facebook friends with both guys, Jeremy Prophet and Devin Nicholson. So I said, "Okay, you guys, I saw that I made the mistake of thinking I could take a shower in your venue witut being videotaped. And I didn't know that videotape would air on YouTube. But I am going to unfriend you, and do not ask me to wrestle for you again, because that is the last straw." So then, Jacques Rougeau, very nice man. I love the Rougeau family. They're good guys. But I see he keeps posting on my Facebook, and this time it was a thing of Jeremy Prophet. And I said, "Well, I'll be damned if I'm going to help him get over on my website that's got like 25,000, followers and friends."
Yeah.
And so I was about to delete it, but I said, maybe I better just look at it first. And I watched his interview. It was a heel interview. And I said, you got to admit, Jeremy Prophet gave a hell of a promo, and I cannot delete it. I don't like him because he made fun of me behind my back on video. I don't like him, but you got to give him credit for this. He's got a fantastic appearance. He's a hell of a worker, and he's a great interview. And I will be damned if I'm going to delete his interview. He's that good. And I may not like him after what he did, but do you understand my?
I do.
Okay, it's a great interview, and there's so few great interviews anymore. Let him go on with his interview. So I did. I let him go on with it.